like you said, a lot of people in this position or this situation aren't, granted this opportunity. So I just feel really blessed and grateful for the situation I've been given. And I'm just looking forward to being a sponge, just getting down here. I'm excited to just learn, soak it all in and learn from the guys that are older and have been through it all before.
What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome to GHET-TO Sports, Sports Talk with Street Flavor. Yes, we had the NBA draft. We had the National Hockey League draft this past week. Has teams in both leagues secure their future? There was a little bit of drama, a little bit of intrigue in both leagues. Okay, the Islanders took the young man from Ontario, number 1, 17 years old. His big brother played a little bit of junior hockey. He's a phenom. Great story. I loved it. God bless the family. They lost their mother due to breast cancer. So prayers go out to them and all cancer survivors and families that are affected by that. God bless them. Make them strong. But that was a great story. NBA. Cooper Flag is number 1 pick. Mavericks. We knew that was coming. Harper went to the Spurs, number 2. But then his pal, Ace, did not go number 3. He wanted to manipulate the draft and maybe end up in Washington or end up in some other team, but he ended up in Utah. So he's a Utah Jazz. And there's no way around that. NBA is not like the NFL. You can hold out and go somewhere else. No. So he's a Utah Jazz. We will see what happens going forward with this young man. Ace, you have a lot of opportunity with Utah. They ain't got nothing but playing time for you. They can surround you with some more players. Let's see what happens. We have free agency coming up in the NBA. Who will trade teams? Who will go somewhere else? We had some trades already. KD went to Houston. We know that. That already happened. But just yesterday, we had Ball leaving Chicago, going to Cleveland. Okay? We already had Holiday going to Portland. We already had Porzingis going to Atlanta. Now with Atlanta, what they did in the draft, by flipping down to number 23, getting the young man from Georgia, but getting a number 1 pick for next year, everyone said they fleeced New Orleans for next year. Is Atlanta a destination spot now? Is there a place to go? Is the Hawks on your map? That's the question. Is the Hawks on your map right now? Can the Hawks make a difference? We have a lot of rumors going out there. We have free agency tampering starts tomorrow. There's with a Ball going to Cleveland. Now you got Brown from the Celtics maybe going to the Lakers. You got Giannis going to the Knicks. You got Giannis going to Golden State. There's a lot of things that might happen or might not. This might be hearsay. People blowing smoke in the air. That's what's happening right now. But is your team ready to sign a free agent or keep a free agent? Because some people will opt out. Then they will opt back in to a better contract. Look at Kyrie. He just opted back in for a 3-year deal with Dallas and with Flag to stay there. Reeves from the Lakers, he turned down they offer, but he knew that was going to happen, so he could get more money from the Lakers. I believe he will stay. But you never know. If Brown wants to come to the Lakers, will you give up Reeves, some lottery picks, and a couple other players for Brown? Because the Celtics are trying to save money right now. Remember, they have new ownership. They just were trading Holiday and Porzingis. They saved around between 118 to 180 million dollars already off of taxes and everything and penalties from the NBA from that second level, or that second skirt they call it, of penalties and procedures that the NBA has. So, who is next to be traded? Who is next as a free agent to sign with your team? Is your team ready? Is your team saying, that's my pick, number one, we going for it? Right? Right now, the NBA has all the headlines right now. Football, quiet right now. Baseball, I tell you, still kind of young. Depends on after the All-Star game and after the trading deadline. Let's see what happens in baseball. But right now, the NBA has the headline spot right now. Hockey is up there. Like I said, they got their free agents. I mean, not their free agency, but they have their draft. Young men has went to new teams. Bravo, bravo, bravo. NBA had their draft, had a 2-day draft. So has your team improved? No, the San Antonio Spurs, they had the number 2 pick, which was Harper. And they had the number 14 pick, which was Bryant. And they say Bryant is supposed to be the nephew of Kobe Bryant. So let's see if those genes help out that young man and help out the Spurs. Has the Spurs, is that your team right now in the West to challenge OKC? Is it Houston with KD? Can they challenge OKC? Now, going about OKC, they have all 15 players under contract right now. And they can manipulate things and have 3 more players, which is a total 18, as two-way players or 2-day players. They could go from the G League to the NBA, and they could keep 3 more players. But would they have to make a trade to keep their draft pick? That's the question. And I think they're loading up, because this guy's a center forward / great defender. He will, Hardenstein, he might be the odd man out in a year or 2. So let's see what happens with OKC. Is that a dynasty in the making, or will there be another 8th or 9th team that take the championship in a row and not a back-to-back champion? That's the question. Right now, we always talk about the NFL got parity. That means any team at any time can take the Super Bowl. Right now, the NBA has parity. That any team right now might be NBA champions. Might not be no back-to-back champions. But OKC, with the youngest team to win the championship, and a lot of guys still under contract, they might be your next dynasty, like that Golden State team from 15, 16, 17. That might be something like that with OKC. All homegrown talent. We know Caruso came in. We know Hardenstein came in. But most of those guys has been there for OKC. Can they keep it up? And getting back to the NBA with these injuries, these Achilles injuries. What happened to high tops? Everyone got these, I know those Kobe's and everything like that, 3/4. What happened to high tops? When we had high tops back in the day, I know people wasn't running and jumping like they was, like today. But when we had high tops on, we didn't have these Achilles injuries like we have this year. Maybe we need to get back to some high tops, okay, on the basketball court. Let's see what happens with that. We will see what's coming up down the pipeline. Are you ready? Free agency starts tomorrow. Who is your team picking? We will see. It's going to be a challenge. A lot of rumors are swirling around. Okay? Knicks still don't have a head coach. Will they pick up a scorer? The Nets, will they keep all 5 guys? They took 4 guards and a big man. What's going to happen to Cam? Questions that need to be answered. We will see what happens during free agency. This is going to be hot and heavy. Are you ready? We're going to have play some tapes about some rumors, from this year and down the line. Let's see what happens. Let's hear from Cooper Flag. Okay? Peace. We will see y'all soon. Thanks.